The filter-free diary.
Good afternoon. It is 3:20 and it's kind of cold out there. In the last couple of days I've been walking around doing everything, but today I'm sort of having a day and I just don't feel like walking around out there today. And this is technically my last day because tomorrow morning I'm headed to my next stop. So the challenge is, can I explain a perception of the bell curve that most people probably don't have a full picture of and really understand it on a level that is, I think, more closely to accurate. Oh, fuck me. Oh, this is gonna suck. Okay. The thing about a bell curve, right, and like grading on a bell curve, is that it's really the teacher's reflection of itself in the data, right? Like you normally, you want your data to show a nice even pattern of disbursement so that you mostly hit the bullseye or that second ring and rarely hit that third ring or that fourth ring, if you're visualizing it like a fucking hate. Oh, go ahead and do it. Fuck. If you're visualizing it like a bullseye. Got me good with this one. Anyways, so really it's the teacher's attempt at autocorrection. Does that make sense? If you think about it, if the teacher wasn't really worried about their reflection and could just teach as well as they could teach, there'd be no reason for an autocorrection, would there? No, of course not. Of course not. Reflecting is a cool skill, but sometimes it holds us back. I am not having this conversation. So, if the teacher is teaching and it doesn't represent a bell curve, what if it represents more like a climbing slope? What the fuck is happening there? What if a teacher could just look at their pattern and say, hey, that was my pattern. How can I fix it without manipulating the data? That would be great, right? That would be not disguised as an autocorrect. That would be more correct, right? So if we look at those outer ends of a nice even bell curve, what you get are the lowest, right? Like if it's 500 in your group and you got a bell curve, maybe you got a 1 and a 1 at the ends and some kind of aggregate in between, right? If that's an average bell curve, and it isn't and it shouldn't be, but if that is, then you're always missing your extremes. What if you're always missing your extremes? Then are you ever the best? No, you are never, ever the best. Just gonna put that one out there. And the problem with missing your highest and your lowest is the highest will never have anyone else to turn to, right? Because they're at the tip. They can look behind them, but they're not going to have someone to reflect their information with. And your lowest is always going to feel the absolute lowest. Incapable. What a gap. What a gap for an autocorrect that is flawed to begin with. That's some fucked up data. That's some fucked up data you get when you don't look at the data in its entirety. The failure of an autocorrect when it's anything except correct. Have a good afternoon.